Welcome back to Sheet 3, everyone. Today we have the much anticipated full tutorial build for our PUZZLECRAFT Lego puzzle box. All right, let's get started. All right, this is our base. We have a 1x10 plate, two 2x8 plates, two 1x6s, a 2x6, and a 4x6 plate. And we are just going to push all of these together like this, and that will be our base. All right, we will start placing pieces on this first row. I have a 2x3 plate. This is in the reddish brown, and then a 1x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x2 plate in dark orange, a 2x2 plate, another 1x2 plate in dark orange, a 2x3 plate, again in reddish brown, a 1x3 plate in the dark bluish gray. This one was an extra for now. This is a 1x3 tile in light aqua, a 1x3 plate, a 2x3 tile in reddish brown, a 1x2 plate, a 2x2 tile in dark tan, a 1x2 plate in dark brown, this one is actually going to go here, so I'm going to skip a space and then have this one go there. That's a 2x2 plate, a 1x2 plate in dark orange, this one goes here, a 1x1 plate in medium azure, and a 1x1 plate in the dark bluish gray, a 1x3 plate in the dark tan, and a 2x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x3 tile in white, and then I have this 2x2 corner plate in reddish brown, and then two 1x1 tiles, those are in the dark tan, and then a 1x1 plate in the reddish brown. All right, let's finish off this layer. We have a 1x1 plate in dark turquoise, a 1x2 plate in medium azure, a 1x1 tile in medium azure, a 2x2 corner plate in the light bluish gray, a 1x1 plate tile in white, and then I have a 2x2 corner plate in the dark bluish gray, a 1x1 tile in light aqua, a 1x2 plate in dark turquoise, a 1x1 plate in the light bluish gray, and a 1x1 tile in light bluish gray, and I have forgotten one. And this one is supposed to be a 1x2 plate in the light bluish gray. All right, let's continue. This is a 1x2 plate in the dark orange, a 1x1 round plate in dark brown, and then a 2x3 plate in reddish brown. This 2x2 plate is going to sit here. A 1x2 plate in light aqua there, a 1x2 plate in the dark bluish gray, and then a 1x1 plate right there, a 1x2 plate in dark brown here, and then on these two studs I want to put a 1x2 tile, and this one in white, and then this one in the light bluish gray. This 1x3 plate in reddish brown sits here, and this 1x4 plate in the dark bluish gray sits there. This 1x4 plate sits right here. And those two studs, I have two tiles. I have a medium azure and a light aqua. Next I have a 1x2 tile in dark brown and a 2x2 tile in the dark bluish gray. This 1x6 tile sits here, and a 1x1 tile right here. This one is reddish brown. And then I'm going to leave one stud, and this 1x2 plate in dark tan sits there, and a 1x4 plate in reddish brown sits there. Okay, now we have a couple bricks and then these two plates here. This is a 1x2 plate in dark tan and a 1x1 round plate in the dark brown. And then I have a 1x2 brick in dark tan and a 1x1 brick in dark orange, a 1x3 brick in the dark bluish gray, a 1x1 brick in dark tan, a 1x2 brick in the reddish brown, and a 1x1 in dark orange. All right, we're ready for another layer. We have a 2x4 plate in dark brown, a 1x4 plate in dark orange, then this 1x4 plate in the dark gray goes there, and a 1x3 plate in dark tan here, then a 1x1 plate in the light bluish gray there, a 1x2 tile in transparent light blue there, and a 1x1 plate, medium azure, this 1x2 plate in dark turquoise sits there, a 1x2 plate in the light bluish gray there, a 2x4 tile in light bluish gray sits there, a 1x4 plate in the light bluish gray, and then this 1x3 plate in medium azure sits here, and then a 2x3 plate in dark tan there, and then I have a 1x2 plate in the transparent light blue, a 1x1 tile in light bluish gray, and a 1x1 plate in medium azure, and then a 1x2 plate in dark brown, a 1x1 plate in the dark bluish gray, a 1x1 plate in dark orange, and a 1x2 brick in dark brown. This is our first Franken Brick piece. It's a 1x2 plate in dark orange, and I want to remove this under tube. If I look on these side ridges on both sides, this one does not have any side support, so I don't need to shave those down, but I do need to take out this under tube. So I'm going to take my needle nose pliers, squeeze the under tube, and then rock back and forth until it pops off, and it's just a little piece like that. And then I'm going to make sure I get all the residual plastic off so that it slides cleanly. And this is going to sit right on this stud here, but let's just test it, and it slides great. All right, so that one sits right there. Okay, our next step is going to start with this 1x4 plate. This is in dark tan, it sits here, and then a 2x4 plate in reddish brown right next to it. This 1x6 plate goes here, and then I have this 2x4 plate. That one's just going to sit freely for now. And then a 1x1 plate in dark tan, a 1x1 plate in the light blue or the light gray, a 1x2 plate in dark turquoise, a 1x1 plate in the transparent light blue, and a 1x2 plate in dark bluish gray. This 1x3 plate, or sorry, it's a 2x3 plate. This is in reddish brown, that sits here. And then a 3x3 plate in dark bluish gray sits there. This 2x2 corner plate is going to sit right there, and this is in reddish brown. And then I have a 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray and a 1x3 plate in reddish brown. All right, we have another Franken Brick piece. This is a 1x2 plate in dark turquoise. And the first one I chose did have the side ridges, but I chose this one and this one does not. So it makes it a lot easier if it doesn't have the side ridges. It just slides a lot cleaner. So I like to look through my pieces and see if I do have a piece that doesn't have the side supports. And if I have one, then I use that one. This one is going to sit right on this stud here. And then I have a 1x1 plate, and this one is going to sit, it's free for now, but it will be locked in later. All right, next I am starting with this 1x4 plate. This one goes here. And then I have a 1x1 plate in light bluish gray, a 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray, a 1x2 plate in transparent light blue, and a 1x2 tile in light bluish gray, and a 1x2 jumper in light bluish gray. This 2x2 corner plate in light bluish gray goes there, and then this one sits like that. Then I have a 1x2 tile in transparent light blue, a 1x1 plate in the dark gray, a 1x1 plate in light gray, a 1x1 tile in dark purple, and a 1x1 plate in light aqua. All right, we are building a slider now. It has a 1x2 plate in dark orange, a 1x8 plate in the light bluish gray, and a 1x1 plate in dark tan. This 1x4 tile in dark brown sits there. This is one of those 1x4 modified plates. It's got the two studs on the outside and then a tile on the inside. That goes there. And then this 2x2 corner tile in reddish brown sits on the end. On this stud, I want to place this 1x1 tile in dark purple. And then we are going to modify this piece, and what we want to do, this is a 1x4 plate in the dark tan. We want to only remove this center under tube. So it's got the 3. I'm going to remove this middle one, squeeze it, and then kind of torque it out. If there's any residual plastic, get rid of that. And then I chose a plate that did not have the side ridges, so I don't have to shave those down. But if yours has those, you will need to sand it down. So I'm going to just put this on here. I'm going to leave one unit in between and then have my plate sit there. And this is going to sit right there inside the box. All right, next we have a 2x3 plate in dark tan. This one goes here. A 1x4 plate in dark brown. A 1x1 tile in dark tan. And then this is another 1x4 plate that's modified. It's got the two outer studs and then tile in between. This one sits right here. And then a 2x2 tile in dark tan goes here. We're leaving those two studs open right now. This 2x2 corner tile sits right there on the studs that are recessed. And then a 2x2 corner plate goes here. A 1x2 plate. This is in reddish brown. This 1x2 plate is in dark tan. This 1x1 plate is in reddish brown. And a 1x1 plate in, excuse me, in the dark bluish gray. This 1x4 plate sits on top of this other 1x4 plate, like that. And then this 2x3 plate in the reddish brown sits right here. Next we have a 1x3 brick in dark orange. That goes there. And then a 2x2 corner brick in dark tan. A 2x3 plate. This one sits on top of those two, the dark bluish gray studs. This is in reddish orange. or sorry, reddish brown, and then dark orange on these two bricks. All right, next, let's start with this 1x3 plate in the light bluish gray. That goes here. A 1x1 plate in light bluish gray. A 1x2 tile in light bluish gray, and a 1x1 plate. Another 1x2 tile in light bluish gray. And then on these three studs, we have this 1x3 plate in dark bluish gray. On this stud, a 1x1 plate in light bluish gray. Our blue diamond is going to sit right inside that jumper. And then a 1x2 plate in the transparent light blue. A 1x1 plate in dark turquoise. A 1x1 plate in light aqua, and a 1x2 plate in medium azure. All right, this layer has several bricks, so I'm going to start with those. This 1x2 brick in the reddish brown goes there. A 1x1 brick in dark tan. This 2x2 corner brick in the dark bluish gray. A 1x2 brick in reddish brown. And then a 1x1 brick in dark orange, and a 1x1 brick in dark brown. Then this is a 1x3 plate in dark bluish gray, and a 1x3 plate in dark tan. A 1x2 plate in dark orange, a 1x1 plate in reddish brown, a 1x2 plate in dark brown, and a 1x2 plate in light blue or dark bluish gray. And one final 1x2 plate in dark orange. And then two 2x2 corner bricks, this one in reddish brown and this one in dark tan. All right, this next one has a 1x2 brick that is transparent without the under tube, and a 1x3 brick is what I'm making this puzzle as. If you want, you could use two of these, but if you replace the 1x3 brick, you would have to do a 1x2 transparent with a 1x1 brick. And essentially what that is going to do is it's going to dangle the 1x1 brick over the edge, and it's kind of weak, but it's up to you. If you prefer to not Franken Brick, that's an option for you. I am going to Franken Brick just so it has some strength. But this 1x2 transparent brick sits there on the stud. And then I'm going to take my 1x3 brick, and I'm going to grab hold of one of the, let's see if you can see that, one of the under tubes, and remove that. And then the under tube that I've removed, I want to place that side here. So it should be able to extend like that. And when it's pushed in, there should be one unit in between this slider and that one. All right, let's start with this 1x2 plate in medium azure. This one goes here. A 1x1 plate in light bluish gray. A 1x1 plate in medium azure. A 1x3 plate in light bluish gray. A 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray. And a 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray. This 2x3 plate goes here, a 1x4 plate there, and then this 2x3 plate in reddish brown goes here. All right, let's start with a 1x3 plate in light bluish gray, a 1x2 tile in light aqua, a 1x2 plate in the transparent light blue, a 1x3 plate in light bluish gray, a 1x2 plate in light bluish or in transparent light blue, and then a 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray, a 1x3 tile in light bluish gray, a 1x2 tile in dark bluish gray, and a 1x2 tile in light aqua. Next we have a 1x4 plate in dark tan and a 2x3 plate in reddish brown, This is another one of those 1x4 modified plates with the 2 studs. This sits on top of that 1x4 plate. And then on this stud, I'm going to put a 1x1 plate in lime. I'm going to leave those 2 studs alone, and then starting here, this 1x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x1 tile in reddish brown, and a 1x2 plate in dark tan. And then in that spot, another 1x1 tile in reddish brown. And then this 2x3 plate is going to sit right there. Okay, where we've left this space here, we have a 1x1 brick in dark brown and a 1x1 transparent clear brick. This 4x6 plate is going to sit right here. And then these 2 bricks, this one is dark brown, this one goes here, and this is dark tan, and that goes there. All right, I have one correction to make, and it's in this piece here. I'm gonna take this off. Instead of sitting like this modified piece overhangs one, and then this 1x1 lime piece sits like that. And then remember, we want to put this, where we remove the undertube there, place that back on there like that. Sorry about that. These 3 1x2 plates sit along here. This is dark tan, dark orange, and dark brown. And then this 1x1 coral plate sits right here on top of that lime one. And then this is a 1x2 plate in dark brown. We're gonna leave a space, and then this 1x3 plate is going to sit on the stud and then overhang 2 units. It's a little tricky to get that on there. If you need to rest it against that tile, that's fine. Just push it back when you're done. All right, now we have a 1x1 plate in dark orange. That goes here. And then a 1x2 plate in dark brown. And a 1x4 plate in dark tan. This 1x3 plate sits there. This one is in reddish brown. And then this 1x1 plate in medium azure sits on top of the coral plate, right there. And then on top of that other 1x2 plate, we're putting an additional one in dark brown. And on top of that 1x3 plate, we are putting a 1x3 plate in reddish brown. This 1x2 brick in dark orange sits here. A 1x1 plate in reddish brown there, and then on the end, a 1x2 plate in reddish brown. All right, now we're gonna decorate the top of this 4x6 plate with these tiles, starting with this 1x2 tile in transparent light blue, and then a 1x1 tile in light bluish gray, 1x1 in dark turquoise, this 2x2 corner tile in light bluish gray, a 1x1 tile in medium azure, this 1x2 in dark bluish gray, a 1x1 in light aqua, a 1x2 in dark turquoise, a 1x2 in the light gray, and a 1x3 in light bluish gray, 1x1 in dark bluish gray, a 1x1 in medium azure, a 1x2 in transparent light blue, a 1x1 in dark, the dark bluish gray, and a 1x1 in the light bluish gray. All right, I am going to start with this 1x6 plate. This is on dark tan, and I'm going to put a 1x6 tile on top in the dark bluish gray. And this is going to sit on those 2 sliders beneath it, just like that. And then next we have this 1x3 brick. This one goes here. And then I have a 2x2 tile. This sits here. And a 1x4 tile. That one goes here. This is in dark brown. And then this 1x1 tile is in reddish brown, right there. And then I have another 1x6 tile in light bluish gray. This goes right here. And on the end, I have a 1x1 tile in dark bluish gray. And then a 1x4 plate in dark brown. And then this 1x2 plate in reddish brown sits right there. All right, now we are going to make a slider. It's going to start on this 2x2 dark tan plate, and I'm going to put this 2x3 plate over top, and it's going to extend 1 unit. Next, this 1x3 plate goes there. This is reddish brown, and this one is the dark bluish gray. Then I have a dark tan 2x3 plate, a 2x3 plate in reddish brown, a 1x2 brick, and then a 2x2 corner plate in reddish brown, and a 1x1 plate in dark brown, and a 1x2 plate in dark tan, and a 1x2 plate in reddish brown. And I missed one. I was gonna say that doesn't line up. All right, so we also needed one of these, a 2x2 plate in dark orange. And then we put on these plates here. So it should look like this from the side. And then on top of that, another 2x3 plate in reddish brown, a 2x2 tile, in dark tan, and then a 1x1 tile in light bluish gray. And then this 1x8 tile is going to sit here, but I'm going to give it just a little tiny bit of glue. So I'm actually going to put it on the edge of this inside edge, just so that it doesn't so it's not as exposed to the outside edges. And then I'm going to set my tile on top like that. And if you want to square it up by setting it down on a flat surface, that's usually what I do. All right, now we are going to build the other half of the slider. It's going to start with this 2x2 corner plate in dark bluish gray. And I'm going to put this 1x2 plate in dark orange on top, and then a 1x1 plate in dark tan. On this stud, I'm putting this 1x1 round plate, or round tile in white, and then this brick sits on top like that. On this side, I have my 1x2 tile in reddish brown, and on that stud, that's where I connect all of this. If you'd like to put a little bit of glue there, that's fine. Just make sure that this tile can move smoothly and it isn't glued in place. So keep all the glue free from that side. So once you get that secured, this all sits inside the box right here, like that. All right, we're starting with this 1x2 plate in dark orange, and another 1x2 plate in reddish brown. And then this 2x6 plate in dark tan goes here. And then a 4x6 plate in reddish brown there. This 1x4 plate in white just rests freely, pushed all the way back up to that slider for now. And then a 1x1 plate in dark brown and a 1x1 plate in dark tan. This 2x2 corner plate goes like that. And then a 1x1 plate in reddish brown here. This 2x2 plate in dark orange, another 2x2 plate in reddish brown, a 2x4 plate in dark brown, and a 1x2 plate in dark orange. All right, next we are going to build a slider. We're starting with this 2x2 corner plate, a 1x1 plate, and a 1x4 plate. And then we'll connect it with this 1x2 plate in dark orange, a 1x3 plate in dark tan, and a 2x2 corner plate in reddish brown. And then we're gonna stack another 2x2 corner plate in reddish brown there, a 2x2 tile, and this is in reddish brown again, and then a 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray. And then this dark bluish gray tile is going to sit here. And then on this one, we want to remove both under tubes and this little side support that's at the 90-degree edge there. So let's remove the under tubes first. And then if there's any extra plastic, I just kind of scrape it down. And then next, with the knife, I'm going to remove that side support. And then this is going to sit right like that. And all of this sits inside the box like this. All right, let's start right here and work our way around. This is the 1x1 plate in dark tan, and then a 2x2 corner tile in reddish brown, a 2x2 tile in dark tan, and a 2x2 tile in reddish brown, a 1x2 plate in dark brown, a 1x1 plate in reddish brown, a 1x2 plate in dark orange, and then a 1x4 plate in dark brown there. This 1x6 tile sits here, and then I have 3 2x4 tiles in the dark bluish gray, and then a 2x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x2 plate in dark orange, a 2x2 plate in reddish brown, and a 1x3 plate in dark bluish gray, a 2x4 plate in dark bluish gray, a 1x4 plate in dark brown, a 1x3 plate in dark tan, and then this 2x2 corner plate is just going to sit freely here, and that's in reddish brown. All right, we're gonna start with this 2x2 corner brick. This is on the reddish brown, that goes there. And then this 1x2 tile in white sits here, and then a 1x6 tile in dark tan, a 1x4 plate in dark tan, a 1x2 plate in, which one is that? Dark orange, and then a 1x2 plate in reddish brown. Then I have this 1x6 tile, that one goes here. And then a 1x2 plate in dark orange, a 1x4 plate in the dark gray, and then a 1x1 tile in dark gray, a 1x1 plate in reddish brown, a 1x4 plate in dark tan, a 2x2 corner plate in reddish brown, and then on this side I have a 1x4 plate in dark tan, a 1x3 plate in light bluish or dark bluish gray, and a 1x1 plate in reddish brown. And then I have a 4x6 plate in reddish brown and a 2x6 plate in dark tan. And then I actually need another plate there, and it is a 1x6 dark bluish gray. That is going to sit right like that. All right, let's start here. A 1x3 plate in dark bluish gray, and a 1x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x2 plate in dark orange. And then I have a 1x1 plate in dark brown, a 1x4 plate in reddish brown, and a 1x2 plate in dark brown again. All right, it's time to Franken Brick again. This is a 1x2 plate in the light bluish gray. I had already removed the under tube, so this one's ready. This one goes here, and just make sure that it can slide. Oh, this one has side supports. That's a bummer. All right, I guess I will have to shave those down. I'll do that off camera. And then I already checked for this 1x3 plate. It does not have side supports, which makes it loads easier. So just remove the under tube, scratch off any of the residual plastic, and then it's going to sit on that stud there and it should be able to slide. So there's the under tube removed. I'm flipping it over. And then this 1x6 tile sits there. All right, full disclosure here. I actually hate how they slide when they have side ridges, so I got a new one without the side ridges, so it slides nice and smoothly. All right, this is a 1x3 plate and a 1x4 plate. This 1x2 plate sits here. And then I have a 1x2 plate in dark brown there. And then this 2x2 corner tile sits like that. And then, let's hold off on that. This 1x2 plate goes here. That's in the dark bluish gray. And then a 2x3 tile in white. A 2x4 tile in white. And then this one is a 1x4 plate, and that one goes here. And then this 2x4 tile in white sits like that. Then I have a 2x2 plate in dark orange and a 2x3 plate in reddish brown. This 1x1 plate goes here. And then a 1x2 plate in dark orange and a 1x3 plate in dark tan. A 1x1 tile, or sorry, that's a plate. That one goes right back there. And then this 1x6 plate. All right, let's start over here. A 1x3 plate in reddish brown and another 1x3 plate in reddish brown. And then a 1x2 plate in dark brown. And then I have this 2x2 corner plate in the dark bluish gray and a 1x4 plate in dark bluish gray. This 1x6 plate in dark bluish gray. A 1x1 plate in dark tan, and then a 1x2 Technic brick with the axle hole. This is going to sit like that, and a 1x2 plate in dark brown, and a 1x4 plate in dark bluish gray. Then I have this 1x3 plate. This one goes right here. This is in reddish brown. I'm going to skip that plate. And then on this one, I have a 1x3 plate in dark tan, a 2x3 plate in reddish brown, and another 2x3 plate in dark tan. All right, let's start with this 1x1 brick, and it's got the like side stud there. This is going to sit right here. And then a 1x2 brick in white goes there. Then I have these two 1x6 plates. One goes like that, one over here, and then the 1x4 plate in between. This 1x2 plate in reddish brown goes here, and then I have a 1x1 plate in dark tan. And then looks like I'm missing one. This is a 1x1 plate in reddish brown. And then a 1x3 plate in dark bluish gray, a 1x2 brick in dark brown, a 1x1 plate in bluish gray, the dark bluish gray, and then a 1x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x2 plate, or a 2x2 plate in dark orange. These colors aren't ones I typically use, so they're tricky. A 2x4 plate in reddish brown. And then this one is a 2x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x2 tile in dark brown, and a 1x1 plate in green. Let's start with this 1x3 plate. This is in dark green. And then a 2x3 plate, that's in reddish brown. This is a 1x3 tile in dark green, and a 2x3 brick in reddish brown. This is a 1x3 brick in reddish brown, and then a 1x2 plate in light bluish gray, a 1x2 plate in dark brown, and a 1x2 plate in reddish brown. And then I have a 1x1 plate in dark green, a 1x6 plate in dark tan, a 1x4 plate in dark bluish gray, a 1x1 tile in dark bluish gray, and a 1x1 tile in dark and reddish brown, and then a 1x6 plate. Let's see, it seems like I'm missing one, and I am, and it's a 1x1 plate in dark bluish gray, and then a 1x2 plate in dark brown, a 1x1 plate in dark green, and a 1x2 plate in dark brown again. And then this 1x6 plate in green goes here. These ones you have to be careful because there's actually not anything underneath it, so you want to hold this outside edge while you press down. A 1x2 plate in dark brown, a 1x2 plate in dark green, or in green, and then a 1x4 plate in dark green. All right, let's start over here with this 1x3 plate. This is in the reddish brown, and then another reddish brown one here. Then we have this 2x2 corner plate in green. I'm going to skip a row here, and then I have a 2x2 plate in reddish brown, and then a 2x3 plate in dark green, a 2x2 corner plate in green, and then this 1x2 plate in lime goes there, and a 1x2 plate in the dark bluish gray. Then I have a 2x3 plate in dark tan, a 1x2 plate in lime, a 1x2 plate in dark brown, and another one in green. And then I have a 1x6 plate, or sorry, this is a tile, a 1x6 tile here, and a 1x4 tile on that side. And then a 1x2 tile in dark brown, and a 1x1 tile in dark green. And then this 1x6 tile is going to sit back a stud because, surprise, I forgot another tile. There it is. It's a 1x1 in green. All right, we have a 1x6 plate. This one's gonna go here, and a 1x3 plate here. And we just want to make sure that they're attaching well to this plate that's going to be over top of them. So for this one, it's on the third one in, and I'm just going to press it tight, leaving one space out there. It's going to sit like this. And then the same thing for this one. I'm going to press that tightly. It's got two extending on that side. And I think as long as they're tight on this, what is this, a 6x10 plate, it should be good. And then I'm going to press this one down. And then we have, this is in dark green. This one here is a 1x8 plate in green, and then a 1x2 plate in dark green, a 2x4 plate in dark green, and a 2x6 plate in green. All right, we are so close, guys. Let's start with this 2x4 plate in lime, a 2x2 corner plate in lime, and a 1x1 round plate in lime, a 1x3 plate in green, and a 1x2 plate in dark green. And then this 1x4 plate is going to go here in lime, and another 1x4 plate here. Then let's do this one, a 1x2 plate and a 2x4 plate. Then we have this one, which is a 1x2 jumper in green. This one sits here, it's a 1x3 plate, and above it a 1x2 plate in green. And this 1x2 plate in dark green sits right next to that 1x3. Next I have a 1x2 plate in lime and a 1x2 plate in green. And then I have this sloped piece. That one's gonna sit like that. A 1x3 plate, and a 1x2 tile, a 2x2 corner plate, and a 1x1 tile. Next we have a 1x1 plate, and this one is transparent green. This one goes here. And then another of the cheese wedge sloped pieces. This is in dark green. That one goes there. And then a 1x1 round transparent green tile or plate there. Then we have this 1x1 transparent green here. And then we have a 1x1 round plate in green there. And beneath that, a 1x1 plate in transparent green. And then same thing but round next to it. Then we have this sloped piece. This one goes here. That's in dark green again. And then we have this 1x2 tile in green. That one goes there. And then we have this 2x2 jumper. That one goes here. And then another transparent round green one. That one goes there. And then we have a 1x1 plate in lime, a 1x1 round plate in green, a 1x1 round plate in lime, and a 1x1 transparent green. All right, last one. We are so close. A 1x2 plate goes here, a 1x1 round tile here, a 1x2 jumper. This 1x1 green round plate goes in there, and then this one sits on top of that jumper. Then we have a 1x2 plate in lime, a 1x1 round plate, a 1x2. That one's going to cover up that other one like that, and then a 1x2 jumper, then a 1x1 plate, a 1x2 tile, and a 1x3 plate, skipping a stud there. Next, this jumper is going to skip that stud and be right there. Then a 2x2 tile here, a 1x2 plate there, a 1x1 right here, and then this jumper, let's see, it goes that way, and then a 1x1 tile there, and we did it. There you have the PUZZLECRAFT Lego puzzle box by Cheat3. Yeah, let me know if you like this content in the comments. Let's see if we can get to 20,000 subscribers. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Cheat3 out.